Hi, I'm Mark Fidelman. Joining me today is Christian Mastro Donato, Chief Technologist of Konica Minolta. Wow, you've got a big name to live up to.
Yeah, that's a big name, but actually I'm the Chief Technology of Workplace App Development, so that's what I coordinated so far, and then that's what I'm, let's say, for us, it's really, to me it was really an honor for the, let's say, trying to drive from a technology side the company on trying to deliver the new platform, the platform of the future that sometimes we also heard today from our CEO.
And let's talk about that platform. And is that platform, from a technical perspective, how does it all work? How is it tying in all these different technologies and solutions that are out there?
Yeah, as I like to say, I mean, the key of the platform is flexibility. Okay, and that's really for us was the main design principle when we wanted to start everything. And I can say this is always my joke. Okay, for me, the fun will start in October when the platform will be launched. Okay, because when we will have on the market available for our customer a very flexible platform, then at that time we'll be able to create and deploy and experiment so many new things and trying to create so many new business models, so many applications, and that's exactly the point for us. So to create a flexible platform, first of all, the platform must be open, and you can see the openness of our platform also with let's say the different partnership we created to do that, because we knew alone we couldn't do that, but you also know that nowadays nobody in the market can actually achieve something that big alone, and I'm talking also, we can imagine also companies much bigger than Konica Minolta. So let's say we wanted to have an open platform exactly to be able to embrace technologies coming from many different partners and be able to get the best out of it.
How are they connecting, by the way? Is it APIs? Is there other ways of connecting?
That's the fun in the sense that we are really talking of another keyword for us is hybrid. Okay, so it's not only a matter of API. If you want to provide a consistent IT experience wherever you are, because the workplace of the future is not only in the office. If you want to work from home, you want to work from the plane sometimes or from the train. So the point is actually have the infrastructure you need wherever you need it. So the first layer, which for us is very important, is creating a hybrid cloud infrastructure where there is going to be a combination of on-prem devices and cloud resources, and they will be seamless, okay, from the point of view of the customer. But the hybrid cloud, which is definitely a work in collaboration with HPE and Canonical so far, is going to be is really the baseline, okay, for us. Then on top of that, yes, we created, let's say, a very flexible API layer that will enable to, and that's here I can connect, let's say, also what we're discussing with Rick, let's say, earlier, that with this API layer, we'll be able to connect any new services inside the workplace.
So these like apps that you're plugging on?
Yes, we have, let's say, we call them, there are going to be a combination of core services that will provide all the basic functionality you may expect from let's say, you may expect as a customer, from email, enhanced communication, VoIP, chat system, file sharing. So there are going to be a list of core services, backup and storage, these kind of things. When you want to run your IT, you want to, let's say, you expect them, they're going to be there, but the difference is that you will have an integrated API layer where you will be able to talk in one place to your email system, calendar system, storage, backup, everything together. That's something like that doesn't exist nowadays. It's a new product category. Okay, you have an API layer where you can manage all your office. So then, of course, the infrastructure, since it's an hybrid infrastructure, is open enough and flexible enough then to start creating new applications that can make the best out of this API layer. Okay, so we will start, what we will provide as a kind of software as a service experience will be two standard applications, one for managed IT, for mainly designed for the IT administrator, and another one which is, we think is very innovative, is called time spaces. And the idea is trying to group the user experience of a company around teams. But again, this is just the starting point. So if with an API layer, and of course an SDK associated to that, with such power, you can, sometimes they say, you can really hack the office if you think about that, and you can create so many new things. In this sense, definitely two interesting extensions for us are really about IoT, because if you have let's say, if you have an on-prem device with, let's say, computational capabilities, which is pretty powerful anyway, and you can connect an IoT gateway into it. This is It's going to happen actually, and I think it's shown in our portfolio extension work we're doing. If you have an IoT gateway and you start collecting all the devices that you have in a specific office, think let's say about the power you can unleash. Think, for example, managing the IT in a healthcare organization, okay, where you have a combination of IT devices and medical devices, and usually they are all scattered, managed differently. You have a consistent API layer. Everything is deployed together. It can unleash a new power, definitely, for a company.
Okay, so if I have a CRM system, I change a CRM system, your solution, your API layer will update everything else in the office.
Yes, you can deploy
even though it's not a Salesforce or an Oracle or something like that.
We can talk also with cloud system, of course. But the idea, it really depends. Usually smaller solution can be deployed on-prem or can be cloud, private cloud. We can connect everything. The reality is that from a point of view of the customers, what they want is just they may want to have a dashboard where they can see there is a new application there. You don't need a deep integration, but what they want is that we can manage the application for them and see if the application is running, if there is any problem. On the back end, we are already setting up a big data system with analytics that is able to monitor thousands of our devices all over the world, saying if there is any problem, there will be operating center of our company. And we really want to, in this sense, change somewhat the IT management from being reactive to be proactive. Because we can monitor and see that your application has got a problem even before you notice it. And that's something that's going to happen from October, I can tell you.
Okay. And so what if I'm Adobe and I want to plug into your API layer and your platform, the Workplace Hub? How difficult is it for me to launch either my application or to tie right into the Workplace
It's
Hub?
very simple because, let's say, the API layer will let's say, also integrate a possibility to manage virtual machines, so you'll be able to automatically deploy new services and connect them into the API. Of course, we will come together with an SDK. And in this sense, what I can say is that it's not going only to be, let's say, very easy, the deployment of a new application, but we wanted to do something more. And we wanted to create, let's say, a layer which we called the Community API. On top of that, in collaboration with a very, very, very smart company which is called Braintribe, which is all about creating a kind of data normalization layer on top of that. So at that point, you can see all the APIs that you have as a kind of, let's say, data sources, and and you can even graphically, without even writing any code, you can connect all the different data sources together and create new data flows for your organization. And this is really a game-changing situation, because it's not just anymore to look at the different APIs and to configure and code everything by yourself, but at that point you will create the value of normalizing the data coming from different sources. And think about IoT especially for this kind of application with many sensor, with sometimes where semantic usually is the issue. Okay, you have many sensors which actually give you the same data, but you just don't know because there is no semantic among them. But if you can create a layer that can ease up a lot the semantic interoperability among the system, that is going to change the market, we believe, especially the office market.
Okay, excellent. Christian, so if somebody wants to learn more about tying into the Workplace Hub, where would they go?
Oh, well, there is a website which is workplacehub.konicaminolta.com. So yeah, everybody's welcome to to look into that. And definitely also there are, going to be more and more, our national organization, more people who are, ready to answer any question. It happens to me many times also, people contacting us or me personally on LinkedIn asking for things. Are always happy to try to provide as much as we can information, because we are really excited. We really believe we are changing the market with this product.
Excellent. Thank you, Christian.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.